glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, my babe. I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, babe, babe. My babe, I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, my babe. I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, babe, babe. My babe. Girl, who cares what these people say? If you want to see the better day, girl, I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe. Girl, all I really think of is you. You really need to go and catch a clue. As long as I'm with you, the sky is blue. The love that we have is very true. When we in emotion, you know where it's at. I be into the way you do it inside. And you wonder why I be acting the way I act. Cause I only want to be the one that's behind that. And I know you get bored of that chit chat. Oh, you know that I feel with the action pack. You 100% real, don't need no tracks. Girl, I want you to the day my eyes go black. I will be there to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, my babe. Girl, I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, my babe. Girl, I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, babe, babe. My babe, girl, I will be glad to call you my babe. My babe, my babe, my babe, my babe, my babe.
Stay at home if possible. If you must go out, maintain 6 feet of distance between you and everyone else, and wear a mask if you're going to be within 6 feet of others. Wash your hands more often than you ever dreamed possible. Avoid alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. And call your friends and family. Check in on your mother. She wants to hear from you right now. And speaking of mothers, we need you to do this, if not for yourself, then for your abuela. Do it for your granddaddy. Do it for your big mama. Do it for your pop-pop. We need you to understand, especially in communities of color, we need you to step up and help stop the spread so that we can protect those who are most vulnerable. This epidemic is a tragedy.
Welcome, and this is Ultimate Blackman Radio, an all-inclusive YouTube channel dedicated to black men, black women, and black children, discussing topics ranging from relationships to finances to social issues affecting the black community. Welcome to the channel, and we hope you enjoy the content.
Hello.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now.
Oh, was I muted this whole time?
Yes, nigga, we was trying to tell you.
Nigga,
Oh, you were talking the whole time?
I was going in.
What are we doing?
Yo, oh, Shell, thank you, because I was saw it. Nigga,
Man, you messing up.
I'm messing up. See, I be telling y'all I'm retarded sometimes. Let's run this back, y'all. Hold on, all right? Here we go. Welcome to Ultimate Black Man Radio.
It is.
I am your host, Gabe. I am one half of Ultimate Black Man Radio. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here in the chat. My big dumb ass had myself on mute and y'all could not hear me. So we're going to run it back real quick. I just want to thank everybody for coming through. As you can see today, we are discussing Insecure, the season 4 of Insecure. But before we get into that, I'm going to go over a few housekeeping things. If you have any questions or concerns for me or any of my panelists on today, you can go here at ultimateblackmanradio@gmail.com. You can also put them in the chat. If you feel like donating to the channel, you can do so here at Cash App, $ultimateblackman. Also here at paypal.me/ultimateblackman. Also, you can check out our website, ultimateblackmanradio.com. Pick up a shirt. Father's Day is coming up, ladies. If you haven't tricked your stimulus money off on getting your toes and nails done and your hair weaves, go by there and buy your husband a bomber jacket, shirt, something. Let him know that you support the movement. Yeah, I was talking my heart out, Sean. I was going in. I was cooking, Frank. I was over here flaming.
You was talking shit. You know God don't like ugly, so he
You know, like that's what it is, China. God don't like ugly. He said, "Shut your ass up, nigga." But we are here. We're gonna have a good time today. Of course, I have a panel today. I was at watching I love Insecure first and foremost. Let me just start off by saying that I do actually like the show. I think Issa Rae is a bit of a coon. She's a bit of a Sambo. She kind of tap dances sometimes, but I like her little goofy ass. I actually think her little goofy ass is kind of cute too. You know what I'm saying? In a real cute, goofy way. Issa Rae is actually kind of cute. So I watched all of her awkward black girl stuff on YouTube. And I thought it was a different way she presented black women. And I like that. She wasn't ghetto. She wasn't loud. She wasn't twerking. She was awkward. And I like that. And a lot of that kind of transfers to Insecure in a way. What's going on, Darrell? I see you, sir. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So I like it for that. And I feel like the show is very relatable. I think a lot of people have been in situations that they've seen on the show. And I feel like that's why the show is so popular. So I was watching the season finale, and we'll get into what happened here in a minute. But when I saw the end, I was like, dude,
Man.
I got to do a show on this.
I need to get some wine now. I'm still stressed.
Twitter was going in. Folks were like, I had tears in my eyes watching the end. Folks was just really, it was crazy. So I said, I got to do a show on this. And I found 3 other people that watch this show. And I respect these people a lot. Y'all know I don't just put anybody on my damn show. So I respect all 3 of these people a lot. They all have platforms of themselves. So I will let them introduce themselves. I've already talked too much. Y'all did not hear half of what I said, which is fine. That was guys saying, shut up, nigga, and get on with the show. So I'm going to start with China. Then we'll go with Margaret. And then we'll go with Sheldon. Y'all introduce yourselves. Let them know who you are, where you're from, all that fun stuff.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Again, I am China. I am from Memphis, but currently I'm residing in San Antonio, where you can catch me working on all those badass wigs that you will see, because I know y'all ass gonna try to go to my page and see if I'm cute or not. So check the wigs. You can find them at hermood.co on my online store, or you can check out my Instagram, which is at hermood_mood.
China has a really dope colored wig. Like I think it's a glow in the dark wig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still want that wig, China. Did you sell it yet?
No, I thought somebody was
What
gonna
you want it
do
for?
No, hey Margaret, don't go there with me, okay?
it.
Margaret,
He said he's trying to put that on his quarantine booth for when the lights go out.
yeah, so like we're in the middle of a pandemic,
no.
right?
To see what
So
you're
it's like
doing.
if the lights go out and the military is like, all right, niggas, we finna shoot y'all one by one. If we have to run away, I need her to light the way, and she can light the way with China's glow in the dark wig.
Wait a minute. Why does she have to lead the way?
Because I mean, we won't have phones, we won't have power, flashlights, none of that. So she can
Then
put
you
the
should be
wig
leading the
on.
gate.
She can put the wig on, and she can guide. Like I'll lead, okay? Because again, we are a traditional based channel here, okay? So I will lead, but she can guide the way with the light, like the wig.
It's not gonna make sense. Just introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself, Margaret.
Oh God. Hey everybody. I hope y'all are staying safe. My name is Margaret. I was born and raised in Tennessee, Memphis. What do I do? What do I do? I work for a nonprofit in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a voter campaign. I used to be a part of the podcast, Real Thinkers podcast. So yeah, currently a grad student. That's me.
Hey.
Margaret has very strong opinions, so y'all probably
Wow.
will see her again. I actually like her because if you wanted to see a female version of me, it would probably be Margaret. So she has
Wait
very
a
strong
minute.
opinions, and I like her opinions. I do. Now, do I agree with everything? No, but I like the way she articulates herself, and she don't let you niggas punk her out. So I like Margaret a lot. So good stuff. Are you not doing that podcast anymore, Margaret?
No, I was getting away with my money. If it's not
Ah,
making me any money,
Period.
I got to,
yeah,
go
let
where
it
the
go.
money is. I don't move unless the money moves. So,
That makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, you can be my guest sometimes when I ask, and I hope you say yes. But I'm glad you said yes today. Welcome. I appreciate you for being here for real. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Sheldon, go ahead, bro.
What uppers? My name is Shelton. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I relocated to Dallas, Texas. It's been fun. Besides the pandemic, my Clark Kent job is I'm a senior IT developer. My Superman job is I'm a professional gamer. I travel the world and play against people and make money.
Damn. Nope.
All right, so ladies, when I be telling y'all about gamers and you can make money doing that, Sheldon has a very long history of doing that. Me and him are actually going to do a show. I haven't forgot either, Sheldon, discussing that. Because I see a lot of these chicks running around talking about these chicks are already complaining about niggas wanting a PS5, and I'm sitting here thinking, your man can make money with that damn PS5, but that's neither here nor there. I don't want to go there. But Sheldon has a lot of background. You have a Twitch channel as well, right, Sheldon?
Yeah, I do.
And what's your Twitch channel?
My Twitch channel is basically Dark48076. It's on Twitch. I go in there, play against like I just have fun, man. I just play it against professional gamers. I chill with my friends and just like people show up. Like one day, Lupe showed up. We was having fun, so it's a chill channel, dude. So
Nice. MB, you said that PS5 looks slick. My big ass is getting it day one, so I don't care what these chicks say. My fat ass will be out there in line at GameStop. It's gonna be cold as hell. I'm gonna be out there trying to get that damn thing. So
Yeah, that's top. I ain't gonna lie. It's
yeah,
top.
I need to find a sugar mama so she can pay for it, but
Just
it might be a little too late in the game for that.
You just got to get a little older.
I need to get a little older.
Yeah.
I think I can do. I'm 30. I'll be 33 tomorrow.
Oh, well, happy belated. And I said belated. Happy birthday then. No. I was saying just get an older woman, not
Thank you,
you get
Margaret.
older.
So I'm thinking 45.
No, you gotta go up. You're not serious about the sugaring game. You need to have somebody that's up in their 60s.
60s. 60s.
Yeah,
Well,
if you're gonna go in the game,
We're
you
not.
the game.
Don't I have to smash if she's
no. You don't got to smash. If you in Atlanta, then you can go low. But if you anywhere else, you got to go at least 55, 60.
Okay, 55.
Yeah, because she's retired, most likely divorced,
Yeah.
and
That's
she's
what I
not
know.
trying to do the dating all over again. She wants companionship. She want to feel like she still got it. Get an
Yeah.
old ass woman.
Yeah, I can rub her corns and bunions and
There
shit.
you go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't even
You
have
just
to do
gotta.
all of that.
All you gotta do is just eat her food. That's it.
Now,
Eat
Steph,
it.
you got too much experience.
Shit, that's right up my damn alley. Feed my fat ass. That's what I'm talking about. In any regard, folks. So listen, I watched season 4. Issa gave us 10 good episodes this year of good. It was good content. Now we did have a couple filler episodes,
Yeah.
but overall, I felt like the season was good. So we're gonna start there. Give me your overall impressions of the season. We'll start the same process, the same pattern. China Margaret and then Sheldon. Tell me how y'all felt about the season, and then you can talk about key moments if you would like.
I really enjoyed the season, like after I want to say episode 3. I think it kind of started off a little slow. I don't really know where I expected it to pick up at, but I just was kind of like, okay, what the hell? It really started to get spicy to me when Issa would get back in contact with Nathan and Lawrence. I'm like, damn, is Daniel finna show up? Like, which one of her hoes finna show up now? A key episode for me is I really love the episode when Lawrence and Issa went on a date because the series pretty much started off with them in back breaking up. You know what I mean? Damn near the second episode, she was cheating on a nigga. So it was like very nice to see what their relationship was like, in a happier light. So I really enjoyed that part. But yeah, it was kind of slow in the beginning. It didn't pick up until shit, Lawrence popped back up and hit her ass with that DM, and she instantly typed back. I said, "Oh shit, here these niggas go." That is a very relatable moment for me because niggas will slide in that DM, and you forget how toxic they were, and it's just terrible after that.
Um. Okay, I'll go. Well, or
Yeah, go ahead, Margaret.
okay. This season it was okay. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 if I rate it because I it was some parts that I really did enjoy. Like China said, I really enjoyed the part where her and Lawrence got together. It's almost like you were seeing the polar opposite of what their relationship has represented. So that was cute. That was cute. But I feel like it seemed like at the beginning of the season, it seemed like they were aiming towards certain things, but toward the end of the season, it just got sloppy. I felt like should have been more discussion about Tiffany's situation
Yeah.
regarding postpartum. I think that was poorly skipped
I do
over.
too. I do too.
Yeah, because I feel like it could have been much more there. Um, I don't like the fact that Kelly is just the friend. She's the mule, pretty much. I don't like that because I know the same amount of information about her that I know about Chad, and Chad is barely on the show. I don't know anything about Kelly, and I don't like how they're painting her. It's no character development, but yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10. It had some good moments, but it's you could tell they need to get off Twitter and start thinking of their own content.
Yeah,
That's a really good point, Margaret.
that's real talk.
You're so petty for that.
It's the truth.
Sean 87. Sean, how you doing, Sean? She said it felt rushed.
It did.
Um, I would agree with that, and they have longer time to actually do this. And the episodes are only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Traditional for a comedy. It's labeled as a comedy. I mean, what comedies are typically an hour or more?
Well, true. I'll give you that.
And honestly, nobody's gonna want to see Issa for an hour on their screen. I mean, I get it.
Real
The
talk.
awkward thing is cute, but after a while, I'm tired of the doe-eyed Bambi look. Like, let's move on to some grown people that know how to adult.
Don't I baby look, oh God. Go ahead, Sean.
um, I'm a fan of the show. I watch it. I watch it, vicariously through my wife. She'll watch it and then she'll be like, "Guess what happened?" And I'll watch it, and then she'll ask me for my opinions on it from a male perspective. And it's like, I watched every episode. This season, like you said, it seemed rushed, and then like what the young lady just said. As far as Kelly, we don't know Kelly. Kelly is like, this season really proves it's kind of like making my theory come to light as far as the dynamics between women friendships. And then I like how they showed the falling out between Molly and Issa, and
Yep.
then they tried to address it. My favorite part of one of the episodes was when she was giving a ride to the black dude, the older black gentleman.
Oh yeah.
That and I say that because that older gentleman was my stepdad, especially
Oh,
the
wow.
part. No, no, he's not my stepdad, but I'm
Oh,
just saying he
sorry.
acts like my stepdad,
Oh, that was
and
Oh, I was about to say.
and it's just like my wife was like, look at this part," and I saw that because I remember when my stepdad he was sick, he had me take him to the hospital, and he was like, "Nigga, turn the air on, I'm hot." And then 2 minutes later, turn it off, I'm cold. I'm like, man, I'm about to drop your ass off in the corner. Just shut your old ass up. And it's just that part tripped me out. I was just laughing about that part.
That's a good point. That is a good point. And I noticed everybody said something about Kelly, and everybody wants more Kelly. Actually, I would watch each episode with my friend, and that's the every episode she was like, "Why don't they give us more Kelly?" So it seems like that's a trend. Everybody wants to see more of Kelly. I feel like she's just like the comic relief,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I feel like they should give her a bigger role, and so they have been already renewed for another season. I
Mhm.
guarantee you they'll be renewed for another season as well.
I
So
would have
we'll
liked to see. Oh, I'm so sorry.
no go ahead, John.
I would have liked to see Kelly in a more serious role. I thought we were
Mhm.
going to get to see that when she called Issa and was kind of like, "Hey, you need to fix stuff with Molly," which I thought was weird because I want to know, did she call Molly with the same energy? Like, why was it that she automatically called Issa saying that they need to fix that? And I noticed that Kelly went off with Molly, so I really wanted to see Issa be like, "Bitch, no, I'm not about to call her," and see, what Kelly's reaction to that would have been. But again, more in a aggressive light. Even when they were looking for Tiffany, she was still the comic relief in a sense. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely agree. I would like to see more, see what she can do. I mean, she directed a whole ass episode,
And
so
it was
I'm
the best
Yeah.
one.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know she has more to her.
Yeah, that's annoying. It's almost like they treat her like, you know how you go to the club and you with all your girlfriends, and it's that one girl that they say that holds the purse and sits at the table and watches everybody just drink. That's
Hmm.
what that's the vibe I get for Kelly that they give her. I don't know if it's intentional, but it's painfully
And she's
apparent
plus
to
size
everyone.
too. She's a plus
It
Yeah.
size
also
girl too.
it's like what I said about my theory. I was like, I came with a theory. My wife she hates when I say it, but then she's like, well, you got maybe have something onto it. It's like the women to me, I could be wrong, but female relationships is different from men. Men, we have like ranks and as far as the friendship is, but when it comes to women, from what I've been seeing, it's like minions and bosses. One in a group of girls, one's the boss, and the other's a minion. Kelly's a minion. She follows, everybody's decree, and that's why we don't see her as much. We need to see her and her backstory. But as far as all the four girls, as far as who's the boss is the I forgot her name, the one that was pregnant. You know,
Tiffany.
it's Tiffany. She's the boss, and then it goes down as far as dynamics. Then it goes to like Molly and then Molly, then Issa, then Kelly. The
Yeah,
reason why
it's
this,
oh, I'm
hmm,
sorry. I'm sorry.
the
You
reason
make it I think you're about to say the same thing I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
the thing is, the reason why Molly and Issa are beefing or fell out this season because Issa is starting to become a boss. She's starting to know herself. She's starting to know her worth, and she's getting onto the same level in life as far as what Molly perceives, and Molly don't like that. So that's why she like, you about to be on my
Yeah.
level. I got a man, you know what I'm saying? You always messed up. You Lawrence, you don't know who you want. Nah, you got to
Fact.
stay in your lane. So that's what
Fact.
I see.
That's so crazy because I saw that theory a lot. And that is one like thing in my friendships. I cannot say I've been through, like I really could not grasp. I'm like, y'all, nah, it cannot be like she can't be tripping because Issa getting her shit together. Like there are really friendships like that. And people are telling me,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's so crazy to me. Like, wow. And I still even hearing y'all say it again, I'm just like, I did not see it like that. I really felt like
Mhm.
my I didn't think it was because of Issa was getting her stuff together and she's so used to, Molly belling her out. I just felt like sometimes when people are happy and you're not happy for yourself, you just can't be happy for them. Like you just,
Yeah.
it's not a jealousy thing. It's not a I want to be you. It's just like, damn, I can't even just like see anything you got going good because my vision's so blurred. So that's interesting that y'all said, that's what y'all think it was like, oh, she trying to come up like, nah, bitch, sit down somewhere.
Facts.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I agree as far as like the hierarchy of the relationships that they have with each other. Because if you do think about it, the levels of the ladies is like the boss to the minion. As he stated, it's kind of determined by how traditionally well the life is that the people have. Because if you look at Tiffany, on the outside, of course, it looked perfect. She had her
Hmm.
husband. They were doing well. They were bringing a baby into this world. Molly was the one that was dating the men that had it going on. She was this powerful attorney. She got it going on. She was a single woman, but she got it going on. Then there's Issa. I mean, she got a man, but she's at a dead end job. And then there's Kelly. We don't know anything, so she's at the back of the line.
Right. Terica X, that's a really good point, guys. This is why I had y'all come on. Y'all spending some good game here. Terica says, whatever happened to that black lady show Issa produced? I have no clue. Probably got canceled. Who knows?
It was a
I thought it
YouTube
was good.
thing. I think it's
Somebody,
on YouTube.
yeah,
Hmm.
somebody just tweeted and said that I guess people lied. People were saying it wasn't funny, but a couple people I just crazily saw say y'all lied like it's funny. So check
Yeah.
it out, girl, for yourself and see and tell
Hmm.
us.
Can I
So I won't be
address
watching it.
something right quick?
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Jericho Brown just said, so y'all not gonna mention the parking situation. The
I was
parking,
about to say that
the
We
next.
parking,
we gonna get
the
there. We're gonna get
I
there.
saw that too.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We y'all because that was petty as hell. Because I'm gonna talk
Oh
about the
yeah.
friendship. I'm gonna give my thoughts as far as the friendship goes. Because I, as someone who has a lot of female friends, I see this dynamic happen a lot. So we're gonna get there, Jerica. Just give us a second. um, LAR Movement still moving. If you have not subscribed to LAR Movement's channel, go over there and subscribe. He's over there doing good things. He said $50. Says Issa gets back with Nathaniel and Molly gets pregnant to keep Andrew next season. Woo!
I
Um,
don't know. I don't know
I,
about
I
that
I'll
one.
raise you that bet because I think Andrew's done, and we're gonna talk about Andrew Asian ass in a minute
Yeah,
because
Andrew don't want her.
yeah, he doesn't want her. And
Asian
another
babe.
thing I want to talk about, ladies, don't beg no nigga to stay with you. Don't,
Mm-mm.
because that was so sad seeing
And
her
she
beg
knew she didn't
Andrew.
want
Ugh,
him. She knew she didn't want him. She wanted the idea of a relationship, and that was simply
facts,
what it was. She didn't want to actually be
facts,
with that man because
right.
from the beginning it was forced. I never saw chemistry from them. Even when they had
Mm-hmm.
sex, it just looked like two dogs laying around.
I
There
can't
was no
stand you,
passion.
Margaret.
That's what I got.
Um, let's see here. Kelly is the Lonnie Love of the cast. Loud and big, yeah, that's unfortunate. Andrew isn't
Kelly
falling
sad as
for the
hell.
pregnancy trick. I don't think so either. Lucy Lopez says Molly is corny and constantly seeking validation. Issa is finally showing some kind of femininity and confidence, but she's still trying hard to keep a man who is obviously immature. I don't think Issa.
Confidence and trying to keep a man doesn't go in the same sentence.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Um. So yeah, she said too. I told y'all Margaret petty as hell though.
I'm not. No, no. I agree with what she said about Molly being attention seeking and things like that. But I
She
can't
said
say that Issa is confident because throughout this season we've seen constant situations where she continued to be a
right.
people pleaser.
Oh
Her
no,
with
you're
the
fine
guy
there.
who
I was people are laughing at your comment when you said they
oh
were two dogs.
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
you
looking at
good.
the comments trying
No,
to
no, no,
explain
you good.
myself.
You straight. You straight. Um, Sunshine 87 said Molly needs to win. This was both her and Andrew's longest relationship. Okay, yeah, she has a need to win. That's because she's a high-powered attorney.
Yeah,
So
I thought it was interesting that she mentioned that this was the longest relationship. Like that was something to brag on. Obviously, y'all still need to get some shit worked out. If this
facts.
up is the longest, and y'all at the point where this the longest relationship, especially since they was clearly having problems. I thought that was so ridiculous when he came over that night, and I guess she had some work to do, and she was like, "All right, give me till 11 o'clock," and she went in there at fucking 2 a.m. Like what?
Just
Hey,
wanted to say she got somebody instead of being ready for a
Yeah, that
relationship.
was so
She
right.
crazy. That was so crazy to me. So yeah, that's
Because let me tell you something.
they don't need to be back season 5. I'm glad he did that.
Right.
mm-mm.
Because let me tell you something. If I'm trying to clap cheeks and you tell me I'm gonna holler at you after I get done with this work, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Because he trying
Right.
to bond and be there with her. You're like, man, I'm at work right now. You come in the room at 2:30 a.m. talking about some it's time. No, bitch, get your ass away from me. Don't touch
And
me.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it shows you what type of relationship they had anyway.
facts.
Because if they weren't having sex, he was not having any parts of Molly. They don't really sit down and have any
Right.
conversations unless
Facts.
he's talking her down.
Right. I
Right.
Literally.
mean,
That
he
was
didn't
her man.
even
Go ahead, Gabe.
yeah, she didn't even want to go. Like, what really stuck out to me was when he wanted her to go to the basketball game and she didn't go. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this relationship, even before I knew he was going to break up with her, I'm like, this relationship's done. Because she doesn't, it's not about them, it's about her.
Yeah.
And
But
And
let's
what
it's
talk about that
people
though.
think she looks like.
facts. Go ahead, John.
Let's talk about that because you got to keep in mind or what happened with her and her brother. I mean, his brother, excuse me, Andrew's brother. It wasn't like she didn't want to go. It was like they just had like a heated situation, and maybe she just wasn't ready to be around him. So y'all felt like that was a reason, like a red flag, that she wasn't just so quick to go be buddy buddy with him again after that.
Yeah, I mean, she don't have to be buddy
Yeah,
buddy.
I mean, her past behavior
Hmm.
Yes.
literally made me feel like, oh, she
Yeah.
finna be with the shit when she does that little slow blink and she kind of looks at you with her eyeball. You know that
Agreed.
stare. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, she's about to be with the shit.
Hmm.
But on that note, we all have been in relationships, and we all had been with people that had family members that we did not get along, and if we wasn't in love or in a relationship with that person, we would fuck them up on sight. So I think what it is that Molly should have went, and even though she should have gave it another shot, and then if her brother didn't act right, then G checked Andrew. But thing is, the reason why Gabe is saying like saying that it's because Molly was remember she was going to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist was like, you have no pushback, you just, it's always about you, and you don't forgive nobody, and you're not lenient. And that was the thing. If she would have showed some leniency and went to the basketball game, then maybe the relationship would work. But once she was like, nah, I'm not going because your brother there, then Andrew was like, well, this is my brother, you know what I'm saying? you
Right.
know so it's
And it's
done.
not to excuse what her brother did. You know what I'm
No, it's not
saying?
excuse his brother. Her brother was a jerk, but
Yeah, he was an asshole.
So what I'm
But
saying is maybe she just should have
But
communicated that a little more. Like, hey, I'm not really feeling the vibe. Can we like make sure they squash or something and still go? Is that what you're saying, Sheldon?
yeah, it's like, it's like I'm there, even though I hate her, she should have been like, even though I hate your brother, I hate his ass, I'm here for you because I love you. And now
Mhm.
if your brother acts up again, then I'm like, yo, the next time you don't check your brother, it's donezo. We
Yeah.
done. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
so I wanted to discuss. So we kind of touched on this a little bit, but the biggest thing I felt this season, and I'm glad they talked about this, was the dynamic and the friendship between Issa and Molly. And so I'll tell you from a man's perspective how I saw it, and what I've noticed when people on Twitter were talking about it, the men kind of saw it different than the women. But as a man, I saw it as all right, Issa is leveling up. She's kind of finding her purpose. And instead of Molly recognizing that and celebrating her for her newfound accomplishments, because just a year ago, like she was getting evicted and she lost her job and she was unhappy, she was miserable, her relationship was breaking down. She actually has something. She's moving in a positive direction. And instead of celebrating that and being happy about that,
and supporting that, you if I felt like she was hating and she was getting mad. Now I know other people. I think China. You look at it kind of from the opposite way. Like every time Issa is in trouble, like she goes to Molly and she looks for Molly to bail her out. And Molly was kind of getting fed up with that. I didn't see it that way. I looked at it as you have a friend that's leveling up, and the friend that is always used to being the boss and used to always winning is becoming uncomfortable. And when a friend starts to become uncomfortable with your success, it is time to charge them to the game. So, what do y'all think about that? We'll start with you, China.
I guess I've heard of that dynamic before, but I consider myself blessed because that's not something I've experienced as a woman. I guess maybe I always been the boss and I had other people around me that want to see me win. So again, I can't just I hear it. It's not that I don't believe it, and I never take away from the experience of a woman that says that. But in my mind, it's just like hell no. I guess that's one of the ways in life that I'm naive because again, it's never happened. And I'm hoping it don't because that's fucked up. I mean, my personal
Facts.
karma should never be a threat to nobody else. We all have different paths that we can go on. And I always tell people, just because you look at me and you think I may be at the top at any time, I could go back to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So just, watch your own play. And not even on some we get like that. It's such with social media, we always get to see what everybody doing, and even with our friends, stuff like that. Like, still, just be happy because when your time come in, shit, just know people gonna be happy for you because you was happy for them, and leave it at that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What do you think about their friendship, Margaret?
Gabe, I actually agree with what you said,
Okay.
more so because
Nice.
I have had the unfortunate experience of befriending someone when I was at a younger, more immature place in my life. And when I wanted something different, the people that were still at the level that I was, they didn't understand it. They didn't agree with me and they weren't happy for me. So I could definitely understand the dynamic of seeing Molly as a basically shitty person. I think she's a shitty person because though Issa, I believe their relationship is basically a full bred trauma bond. That's
Yes, yes,
it's
yes.
literally that wrapped up with a bow on top. Um, I Molly is used to being the one that is outshining Issa. Period. She's always the one that's busy. People have to always work around her schedule. She's used to people being at her beck and call. But the minute Issa starts finding herself, that's when Molly has a problem with it. Every event that Issa had that showed her confidence, Molly ruined it. Every single one of them. Even back, I don't even know if y'all remember on the episode when she had that event at We Got Y'all, where Daniel showed up as well. She acted out that night too. It's just like she's incapable of letting anyone shine but her. So yeah, Molly is a loser. She's a narc all the way through and through. Issa, she might show signs of being selfish, but I feel like it's unintentional. But with Molly, everything is very calculated with her. That's why I feel like she's not a good person.
Very well stated, and that's how I feel. Sheldon, what do you think, brother? She's definitely a narcissist too. That word is kind of a buzzword on social media now. Narcissist, narcissist.
Mhm.
Um,
That's what she is.
but she embodies the true definition of what a narcissist is. But what do you think about that, Sheldon?
I'm about to go deep. Follow me.
So,
Okay.
oh shit, here we
Look,
go.
all right. This whole season was pretty much basically based on Molly and Issa's relationship. And to go back to one of the viewers that said about the parking lot scene, that was a living embodiment of their whole relationship. If Issa and Molly wasn't beefing and that happened, Issa would have let Molly park the car first. Why? Because she was her boss. You know what I'm saying? And Issa was a
Mm.
minion.
Oh wow.
Now that Issa found herself confident, doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm not backing down. No, you move. I thought I was here first. You know what I'm saying? Because Issa was, Issa always kowtowed and always um played second fiddle to her friends, especially Molly. And she was like, she would have let her got that parking spot if they weren't beefing. But since they weren't together, they weren't on the same. wavelength, and it's like, look, I'm my own woman now, so I'm looking the parking spot. I was here first. No, you move. And Molly, her being narcissistic, was like, nah, I'm a boss. You won't let me park here because I'm Molly. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. So that's why that the whole parking lot, that parking scene was very informative as far as their relationship. Now the thing is, at the end of the very end, when they met at the same restaurant that they met in the first episode, if y'all wasn't paying attention, the very first episode, that's where they started out at, was at that Ethiopian joint. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, they both was humbled. They both was humbled by their experience through that whole episode, or through the whole series, actually, this season. And they were like, yo, we need each other right now. We on our down, and we climbed up the ladder. Molly, I got my man. This my man. I love my man, my man. And then Issa was like, I did the block party. I can do anything. Then all that come crashing down, and then they needed each other, and they was each other's support system. But um, I don't know how they're gonna play in season 5, but I know that tiff that they have is still gonna fester. It's still gonna linger because they haven't really addressed it. Maybe they'll address it in the next season, but it's still there.
So Margaret has, that's a really good point, you make, Sheldon. But I really like what Margaret said about their trauma bonding, and I feel like that's what their friendship is all about. Because even at the end, where these two, they have gone through these, both of them have gone through an extremely traumatic event. So Molly boyfriend, Andrew said, "Kick rocks, nigga. I'm gone, deuces," and that kind of broke her spirit. And Issa had a bombshell, which we are going to talk about in detail. That she's found out that she done kind of reconciled with Lawrence, and this nigga got outside baby out here. Even they tried to reconcile, like, what was that, the episode before last, ain't really work, and they seem like they agreed to go their separate ways, because
Right.
Issa sent the text, not Issa, but Molly sent the text to Molly, or to Issa, on accident, and they agreed to, like, what, it's over with, we just not vibing, we're gonna bid each other adieu. But both of these women they went through something traumatic, and that's what finally brought them together, because Issa needed Molly and Molly needed Issa. Now, I don't know what was said at the table when they were having that final conversation in the Ethiopian restaurant, but I hope that they resolve their issues. We'll find out next season, but I'm hoping they resolve their issues before they started to deal with the trauma they were going through. What do y'all think about that?
They definitely not about to talk about that. They about to.
Mm-mm.
It's Molly, because she called the meeting. Basically, she about to start telling her everything that they happened. He's about to tell her everything that happened with her, and that's it. I really don't think that they're gonna talk about that, and that happens a lot. People like to sweep stuff under the rug and act like ain't nothing happened and just move on. But it's gonna fester. I definitely think something else gonna come. And they're gonna be like, "See, bitch, just see, I told you. This is why I want fucking." It looked
So,
like when she was be like, "You a pet? I should have stopped fucking with you a long time ago." Like, dang, how
yeah.
I'm feeling that? Like, she said that shit with all her chest. I was like, okay, Molly. The issue should have swung on her ass for that.
I mean, yeah, when I actually thought, like, hands were getting ready to fly. I'm like, are they gonna throw hands? Like, that's
Oh,
what
Like, I
oh,
don't know. Don't talk to me like that. What's wrong with you, girl?
then another dynamic. You know why they was
She
beefing
knew
too?
it was Issa. She knew Issa wasn't gonna do nothing.
You right. You right though.
You know, another reason why they was beefed out this whole season too
was
is
that?
because of Tiffany. Tiffany usually is probably, once the leader of the pack, she's usually the arbiter. She always, keep all the girls in check, or keep all the guys in check. If you got a person that your go-to friend is basically the leader, he's usually the moderator. He usually keeps the friends together. But once that person gets their own life going on, then all the other friends, fall by the wayside, and they be shambles. Because like Tiffany, she had her man, she was pregnant, she was having her firstborn child, so her focus was on her kid. Her focus wasn't on Kelly and Molly and Issa. And once that wasn't it, then their friendship was all falling apart. And
Mhm.
even with her friends,
That's
even though her even
terrible.
even her best friend is Kelly. She didn't want Kelly to be the organizer for a baby shower. And you see how that went. Kelly was like, "Oh, that's how we playing it." So yeah,
Yeah,
Really
I
good
see
point.
that, but it's like you breaking it down made me exhausted, not from you speaking. I'm talking about like having to deal with that. Like that's just too much delegating and task lists involved just to have a friendship. That shit sounds awful. Sounds horrible.
Margaret's so crazy. You said you got exhausted just hearing. She was like, I just
It's
like you
like,
ain't got
oh
time.
my God. So the whole situation crumbles because one is pregnant and with her, like that shit, like, no. I would
Yeah.
Y'all
never.
in high school, like be for real.
Right.
These are big grown women at your big
Right.
age.
With whole
Like,
kids.
what?
But and that's the thing, Margaret, and this is another reason I wanted to talk about it is that yes, these are grown women, but these women that age, because they're 30, between 30 and 35, they're going through this. I have a homegirl right now. She cried watching the season finale of Insecure because she's going through something similar to that right now.
Oh my God, tell her to get over that shit. I'm in the same age range and it's not that fucking serious. It's not that serious. Like I'm like, before it blew up to what it was, you felt the passive aggressiveness. You felt the passiveness. It was a build up to get to that moment. So these women, they can get comfortable talking about sex and trying to one up each other, but nobody can be civil enough to sit down and fix a relationship that they deal with probably more than their spouse and their or
Yeah,
their family. That's just weirdo stuff.
I agree. I agree with that. Um, Sean says, do you think that the situation with Tiffany prompted that as well, as far as the priorities of talking about the conflict versus letting things fester? The convo with Derek seemed to cause some revelations. I'm not sure. What do y'all think about that one? That's actually a really good question.
Hmm.
I'm
What I
trying to
mean,
think of how to answer it. I'm trying to think of how to
yeah.
answer the question.
oh, okay, I can handle that if you let me
Yeah,
if you
go
want me
ahead.
to.
Go ahead, Sean.
I mean, I think it's because I think it was China who said it. Who said that on the outside, Tiff and her husband, they had the perfect, they had the. It seemed like they had the quote unquote perfect relationship, perfect marriage, and all the other girls looking at that, they yearning for that. And the situation where you know post pregnancy depression that happened,
Mhm.
um, it actually leaked out into their friendship. They was like, wow. It was like, what? Tiffany did what? Not Tiffany, not good girl Tiffany. She's perfect in relationship. I didn't know y'all had problems. That's why they was like on the bus. They was like, I didn't know y'all had problems. It's like, well, we do have problems. We just don't be on social media with our problems. Grow up. This is a relationship. Everybody has problems. And
Mhm.
so seeing that probably actually gave Molly and Issa some insight like, yo, if this couple that we think is perfect is having problems, then I'm okay. I mean, I can have problems, but I got to grow from my problems.
Hmm.
That's an interesting perspective. And Raven has a real good point. She says friendships are relationships which take work. And I feel like, me personally, I feel like Issa would like to work on things. But when it comes to Molly, like, and it's something because she's such a hard worker, like with her career and everything, she doesn't really want to work on the friendship. I think Molly wants to work on the friendship more. I'm not Molly. I think Issa wants to work on the friendship more than Molly, and I think Molly's therapist told her that, and to a degree, when she went to her therapist in the last episode. So that's a really good point. Um, Sean, that's a trick, baby. LAR. So yeah, we're getting ready to talk about. We're
Condola.
gonna talk about Condola and Lauren. So
Condola virus.
Yeah.
Condola virus. Condola
Condola virus.
virus.
Wow.
Condola virus.
Yes, that's her
Hey,
name, Condola virus.
hey, for real though, she was a virus for real. Did y'all see the meme
on Twitter where it was Lawrence and Issa, and it was like 2020, and then it said no, it was like my happiness,
My
and
plans for 2020.
right, and then it said 2020, and it had Condola over. Man, I fucking died when I saw that.
But she really ruined it. I was so
Shit.
excited for Issa to go to San Francisco and Lawrence.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't want her to go to San Francisco.
we're gonna talk about that. Let me give my
Condola comes in and talk about she pregnant. Which I don't
let
even
me
know.
give my full thoughts on everything. Okay, so y'all know I come from I'm pro male, right? So I do a lot of pro male content. So when I saw, and I relate a lot to Lawrence, I feel like me and Lawrence have, because in a lot of these situations, even with the whole pregnancy thing, I have been in this situation before. I don't talk about that a lot, but when that nigga said, when he said, why? When she asked you were going to keep it, she said, yeah. And he said, why? I actually said that to someone,
Right.
but we'll get that in there in a minute. I feel like Lawrence, for one, I knew that him and Issa would get back together. So for those that don't know, Lawrence is Issa's boyfriend on the show. And during season 1, Issa cheated on Lawrence because Lawrence went, how long did they date? 5 years?
Yeah, come on.
And they went 5 years dating, and make a long story short, Lawrence was kind of trying to start his own business, and Issa was basically being the workhorse. And basically Issa grew tired, she grew frustrated, she felt like she wasn't loved, and she went out here and cheated, and Lawrence and Issa broke up. So this season, Lawrence and Issa began to kind of bond again and make up, and Lawrence and Issa end up back together. Now, I did not like that. I felt like that made Lawrence a simp, because there's one thing, there are two things that a man, I tell men, never go back to a woman if she does two things. Let's have a baby after the relationship, or she cheats on you. Like, if a woman cheats on me, it is over with. It's curtains. I'm done. I'm not even smashing no more, because in the back of my head, I'm always gonna think about this man pleasing you. Now, is it mature, immature, whatever? I don't know, but I just know I'm not built that way. So when I saw like the storyline where they were gonna kind of meet, they were gonna get back together, I was like, oh shit, here go this simp shit. I feel like Lawrence kind of got his simp on. Now, I think he did the right thing in leaving Issa, and maybe the rules change when you date a really long time. I don't know, but when they broke up, I felt like that should have been it. Now, they got back together, and Lawrence was actually dating a girl by the name of Condola. People call her Constitution, Condola virus, canola oil, whatever, right? He was dating this chick, and I don't really think Condola was really feeling him like that. I feel like Lawrence was a rebound from her marriage. Mm-hmm. So I don't really think she really liked him like that. But they dated, and when they ended up breaking up, I think Canola was trying to, canola virus, as Margaret says, when they were trying to get back together, they were trying to make things work out. But after Issa and Lawrence finally had that talk, and Issa was like, I don't want you to go talk to her. I want you to stay. And then they smashed, and cakes were clapped, and ass cheeks were smashed. It was over with. And so canola virus comes, and she hits up Lawrence and says she's pregnant. So Canola, the new girlfriend, or now the new ex-girlfriend, tells Lawrence that he is pregnant, tells Lawrence that she's pregnant, is his child, and she's keeping it, and she's not going to force him to be a father. So I just wanted to brief everybody on that, okay? So that's my thoughts on that. I feel like they shouldn't have got back together anyway. And, God giveth and God taketh away. And I feel like this is a perfect instance for that. Where Issa, she felt like, she was getting ready to run off into the sunset. She finna be a San Francisco treat, goddammit. And another thing too, Issa said I want to talk about is she said she felt like she built Lawrence up for another woman.
And she did.
but that's just part of the game. You gave up. You gave up on that. You let some music producer smash. You should have
But
hung
she,
in there.
no, he wasn't
No,
working
oh
for
goodness, here we
years
go. Why shouldn't she hung in there, Margaret? Tell me.
because he wasn't working for years. It's a lot of things that she has to take the L for. One of those things was the fact that she allowed him to sit on that couch for years and he wasn't providing anything. Like, you groomed him to make you the mule, period. So if she was smart, she would have left a long time ago, because guess what? If it was a situation and the roles were reversed and Issa was the male and Lawrence was the female, he would have got the hell out of there. It's just men handle things a little bit differently
We
because
do.
y'all tend to put yourselves first
We do.
a
We
lot
do.
more than women do. Like, it's no way in hell he was looking musty, dusty, and crusty, and his line was not together. And I had to come home from work and see that every day. No.
But okay, she built him up for another man. Then this, I think that kind of fueled her wanting to get back with Lawrence. Because I will say this, I feel like Issa and Lawrence do love each other like unconditionally. I do, but I felt like with that much history and everything, like things just should have been cut, and each one should have gone their own way.
I,
Um,
yeah.
go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
I mean, I agree, but I don't think they love each other conditionally. I don't think it's unrequited love. I definitely feel like it was a thing of convenience. His situation didn't work
Mm,
out. He was
okay,
Issa is around. Issa was
okay.
always around. She was convenient, and then I pay attention to the dialogue. I don't know if I'm reading more into it than everyone else, but when they never verbally said that they were in a relationship with each other, he said, "I just want to do whatever you want to do."
And that's
I
a
don't feel like this.
Mm,
I don't feel like that's enough of a confirmation for me.
not.
It's just too vague for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at this point in his life, he needs to go on. He's not going to be his best self with Issa because Issa is still a
mm.
people pleaser in a way.
I agree
And
with that, Margaret.
yeah, and if he decides that the job is too much for him, he's going to have somebody that's going to allow him to not be the best version of himself.
Absolutely,
Because she was
absolutely.
stronger without him. She was weak with him.
Right. So it's kind of like these two. It seemed like these two took a break. When they were apart, they're kind of building themselves up, and now it's kind of like, all right, they are building their empire, and they're going to combine their empire and be this power couple we all want them to be. But someone said, who was that? Raven. She said, unpopular opinion, Condola is innocent, and
I don't like Condola. She dresses
Really,
like a pilgrim.
really,
Boring.
That
really.
wig that she had on the
Wait,
season finale.
can I trust that? Can I trust that?
She just
yeah,
looks
go
like
ahead,
she's fresh
though.
off the Mayflower.
Yes.
Mayflower drip.
How she? You saying she innocent? Hold on. First of all, she said she didn't want to have no kids. That's why she broke up with her husband, divorced her husband because she didn't have
Yes,
kids. Now
yes.
she meet some random dude through fucking social media, smash. Now they have a break baby. Nah, she ain't innocent. She a fool and she fucking manipulator.
And she's slick as hell. That made me so mad. He was like, "Are you going to keep it?" She goes, "Yes, I am. I want to
Like,
be." I'm like, "You left your
they're
husband because
too
of this. What the
old.
hell?" I
Right.
was so
They're
mad.
making
I was mad
decisions
like
like
the whole
18
night.
year olds.
What did you say, Mark? Go ahead.
Oh, I said they're making decisions like 18-year-olds. This doesn't make
Yes,
any sense to be
yes.
having pregnancy scares or even getting pregnant during this time. And then me personally, I don't know how y'all feel about pro life, pro choice, whatever. I If a man tells me why are you keeping it, or if you gonna keep it, it's fetus deletus. We hitting control alternate delete. It's gone.
I
Baby
agree.
chop shop.
I agree with you, Margaret. I definitely do
Oh
not
my
believe in
god.
putting a child into a situation that's doomed from the start. You are supposed to be
Right.
happy and celebrate with me that we are about to bring a life into this world. I tell you, I'm keeping it, and you ask why. First of all, you shouldn't even have to ask me because we in a place where we knew we was gonna have a baby. How about that? Or even if accidentally, at least we was on the same page and we knew if this happened, we good, we solid, we finna do what it do after this. But why is the first thing you say? Like even out of emotion. No, don't even worry about it. I don't even know why I said nothing. I'm gonna holler at you. You gonna help me pay for this or not? Don't even worry about it. It's cool. And block. It's done.
Right.
Done.
It was so
Yeah.
funny
I just
because I know she didn't convince me. She was like, "I am not asking you to be a father. I'm just like, and I know in the back of her head, she like, yeah,
Why
nigga,
would you tell a black man to not take care of his
his
kid?
child.
What the hell? Like, you don't have to. Like, yeah, no, what? Yeah, no,
Right. And I
right.
feel like
Weird.
that's why Lawrence was so upset because he knows he's gonna take care of his child. Like I think
Exactly.
he knows he's gonna be there. Because I mean, again, I relate so much to Lawrence. I've been there. You starting to think I'm not gonna abandon my child, but I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? You going through all these emotions.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to this, you just got back with the love of your life. You just got a great high paying job in one of America's most beloved cities. Everybody loves San Francisco outside of the gentrification and the high ass rent. Everyone says how beautiful it is. So you go into one of America's most renowned cities. You're gonna be making hella money. You just got back with your girl. Y'all having fire ass sex, and then this nappy headed canola virus. She come in here talking about I just felt his pain. Now I will say this.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't no man, but I feel his pain
I
too.
felt that. I felt when he said why. I
Hell.
felt that in my heart. I was like, because I didn't ask that question before. Why? I felt that. So now let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like Condola got pregnant on purpose? I think so.
Of course.
No, because they were both doing what they
Yeah.
were doing.
Yeah.
But I don't think they got it. If it was on purpose for her, I feel like it was on purpose for Lawrence because they were having unprotected sex. I would say it from their point of view, but at the same time, like it's not even a good situation to even want to bring a child into this world. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And if he decides to stay with her because she threw that in because she wanted the possibility, even though she's saying you could be with the child as much as you like or choose to be without, whatever, she wants to be with that man, and that means he might have to turn down their job
Mm-hmm.
and stay there. Imagine the resentment.
Right.
Yeah, facts. I
She
agree.
she got pregnant on purpose because look, think about the whole series. Lauren's been raw dogging. Think of all the sexual escapades he had. He raw dogged every single chick. Not one was pregnant. Then all of a sudden she become pregnant. He even been raw dogging Easter.
So what did she do differently?
Hey, she got that good.
Macaroon, what?
Like, he gave him that good. But I mean, she
Nigga.
Some of that pilgrim coochie.
no.
Margaret, you ain't shit for that. But I felt like, so I mean, we know I call Lawrence the raw dog king. I mean, if you've seen any of my memes on
He got
Facebook,
burnt. He got burnt. He
hey,
should have learned this lesson there.
I
right,
didn't.
right. He's the raw dog king. So it was funny because he was like, I thought we were being safe, and I'm like, nigga, you was clapping them cheeks raw. Let's not even play.
Right.
I thought we were being safe. No, nigga,
And
no.
then had the audacity of like, well, she said she was on a pill. You what? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
believe?
mean,
Come on.
yeah, you can't.
Did you
And
not watch
fellas,
Boys in the Hood?
right, fellas, bro. And I'm telling you from personal experience, if a woman is telling you she is on birth control, do not listen to that. She's probably lying. Not all women lie, but just to be safe, like still, if you don't want any kids with her, strap up because you'll look up one day and these chicks will be like, my birth control failed. I'm like, what? You failed? What do you mean it failed? So just be aware of that. Issa and Condola formed a brief friendship during this season. Going into season 5, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to double back. Sheldon has an interesting story about all this. We'll ask that later. But going into season 5, how do you think Issa and Condola will interact?
Well, if Issa decides to move forward with Lawrence for one, because we cannot forget about Nathan, fine ass, and we cannot forget about Daniel. So, I mean, she got other stuff going on. So, if that doesn't happen, then I think it's gonna be awkward because it was already awkward, which it really didn't have to be because they were never friends. I guess she was at Tiffany's baby shower, like we were associates. So, really. I didn't see a reason for it to come up that they were dating just because they were working together. Like, I don't know.
How
I
you gonna
feel
forget about the TSA agent? You know, brah, he's here.
yeah, yeah. So Issa ain't got no problem doing her thing. So I don't know. I ain't just gonna say she's gonna be too quick to move forward with it. Who knows what Molly may tell her, what advice she gets from her girlfriends.
Okay, okay. I like that. Margaret, what do you think? Do you think they'll co-parent? Would you what would you recommend to Issa in this situation? What would Margaret say?
Honestly, my thinking didn't go that far because I hope she gets an abortion or she loses the baby. I'm sorry, this
Damn,
sounds really cruel.
Oh
Jesus
my
I am
Christ!
really not here for condola virus. I don't want her to be on next season. I'm just
god.
over her. But I'll play nice. It's gonna be an awkward situation because they made it awkward because they tried to be friends. That was stupid anyway. I didn't understand the basis of their friendship once you knew Lawrence was involved. You knew you still had feelings for that man because what it's like it's gonna be a time like how close did you think the friendship was gonna be where y'all gonna sit down and all have date night at the house? It was never gonna go there. We knew that. So it's gonna be an awkward situation anyway. But hopefully Issa has a piece of a brain and she moves on. Let Lawrence handle his business with condola virus. Let them figure it out.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh, and I see
All
a
right.
comment from Raven. She said, "Where is that?" And Daniel,
Yeah,
chocolate sexy ass. I need to know too.
Y'all
yeah.
need to know. Y'all like Dan. Y'all think Daniel gonna come back up in season 5?
No, he's not
I
necessary, but
do.
it'll be just nice to see some full frontal nudity.
If she could go with the black
Wow.
one, I think
Oh
he'll
my
go with her.
god. Oh my fucking god. So Raven
Uh,
says, "Thank God this is fictional." Raven, this happens across America every day. There are hoes on Twitter that have babies by men that they only know by their Twitter handle. So
Dang.
this happens a lot. I'm telling y'all, listen,
Crazy.
on some real shit. Me and Frank get a lot of inboxes from people. Now, due to me keeping privacy and everything, I won't go into too much detail, but Frank and I both Frank is my witness. We get tons of inboxes and DMs with situations just like these. I bullshit you not. So this is why I'm talking about this because is yes, this is fictional. Yeah, we can have fun talking about it. It's a great fun show, but this happens a lot. And hopefully in the future, where I'm big and I got 100,000 some subscribers, somebody's gonna come listen to this show and they're gonna hear this part where I'm telling them, you know, with things you're seeing on this show, please, 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 please be careful and not reenact some of these things because as funny as this is and as dramatic as this happens to a lot of folks in real life. And I'm telling y'all, because I get DMs every day saying, "Can you talk about this? Can you talk about this?" Same for my man Frank. He's saying facts. So this stuff we talking about, yes, Insecure is fictional, but I'm telling y'all, this shit be going down for real.
Right.
And
Because
we have to talk these folks, and I'm gonna start charging niggas. Cause I be telling, see, a lot of people come to me in these fucked up situations, and I've told them months ago what not to do. They do it anyway, then they come back trying to get more advice. That's why I'm finna start doing consultations and one-on-ones. Cause y'all niggas gonna pay me for my time because you don't listen. So it's fake, as funny as it's and crazy as this is, this shit be going down. Now, Shelton, you told me something. If you feel like sharing, you can. It is up to you. You says that you can kind of relate to Lauren's situation.
oh, without a doubt.
Go
Without a
ahead
doubt.
and tell everybody how you can relate to it. Go ahead.
All right. So everybody was watching Lawrence, and then one thing I want to point out about Lawrence when he's telling his story, you can actually see the stress in his face. All right. So I was sitting there watching it with my wife, and then I got quiet at the end. Wife asked me about my conversation, and she was like, "How do you feel about it?" I was like, "What do you mean how I feel about it? We were there." And she thought about it, and she was like, "Oh, okay." So what I'm about to say is this. I I was 18 years old. I had my first son with a woman I was in a brief relationship. When I say brief, it was about I would say a month. And she was talking about marriage and this and that. She was older than me. And I was like, yo, I'm 18. I ain't trying to have no kids. But due to my negligence, we broke up, and we were still, having sex or whatever. And she got pregnant. Then all of a sudden, hold on for a second.
You good. So what y'all about to hear is shit. Can y'all hear me? God damn it, Mike. Okay, there go my mic.
All right, I'm back. My kids
All
just
right.
came knock on the door. All right,
Okay, go
so
ahead.
yeah, she got pregnant. So I was 18. I was like, damn, my life is over. I ain't, man, I want to deal with this kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be like my dad. It's like never be there. I was like, I'm gonna take care of my kid, whatever. So I'm sitting there, and I was like, well, I ain't even talking to no other females at all. Then like 4 to 5 months later, you know, I met my wife, and I was like, you ain't even, felt like that song. You ain't even supposed to be here. I'm like, fuck, I ain't trying to get serious. You know what I'm saying? And I fell head over heels. And then I'm dealing with her, and then my kids on the way now. It's like, dang, you don't have to eventually tell her. You know what I'm saying? Tell her. And me being immature and ignorant, I kind of lied about my kid, whatever, whatnot. Kept the truth from her, whatnot. And then come to find out, she found the truth from another friend, and then my kid was born. And she was like, "Yo, I love you, but this is fucked up. I don't want to be with you." And I had to deal with that. I was like, the love of my life is about to walk out my life. You know what I'm saying? But I still got my son. What we gonna do? And the scene where Issa was on the porch smoking a joint, thinking what she should do. Well, that's how my wife was. She was like, I love this man, but he got a kid, and nah, I ain't even fucking with him like that. And it was just like, you know, when my son was born April 12th, and thing is, from April 12th to like May, from like the end of May near June, it was like we were like in kind of like turmoil, but it was like, do I stay? Do I go? What should I do? You know what I'm saying? And so eventually she was like, I'm gonna stay with you. And that was like 24 years ago. We've been married. This is our 20th anniversary. So, I mean, thing is, the reason why I'm even sharing this is because I see people online was like, man, she should go. Issa's stupid. She shouldn't stay with that dude. You know what I'm saying? She should go. It's Lawrence. He a bum. He this and that. But funny thing is, when the first season started, when Lawrence left, everybody was like, oh, she just cheated. Why is Lawrence leaving? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're being hypocritical. And then a lot of thing is there was this one episode. I think it was in the beginning of season 3 when Lawrence met his father, and his father was like, "Yo, you think your mother? Everybody has baggage, son. You know what I'm saying?" He was like, "You don't think me and your mother didn't have baggage? We had matching luggage." He was like, "You kids, y'all don't want to work." And that's true. A lot of people in these relationships nowadays is instant gratification. A lot of people, anything that's worth having, you got to work for. Now, I'm not saying that my relationship is the blueprint on the mold. I'm just saying that worked out for me. But I'm just saying, if you truly love somebody, I mean, if you truly, truly, deeply, unequivocally love somebody, you do anything and everything to make sure that relationship works. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you will kiss somebody ass. I'm not saying you will go over and aboard and over and beyond for somebody that's not going over and beyond for you. But if y'all truly love each other, then y'all will find a way to make it work. Now, as far as co-parenting, you know what I'm saying? My wife and well, my baby mama, they had a relationship. I mean, as far as it was friendly, but it wasn't like, sister girl, we going out this and that. But it was friendly. And I remember that first soccer game I went to, and they were sitting there laughing and joking, and I was all awkward, like, what the fuck? Like, I never seen that, especially in the black community. And it was like my wife, she just said basically, she was like, look, Sheldon, uh, here's the thing. If you and your baby mom put the kid first, the relationship will work perfectly. If y'all be narcissistic and you just think it is about you and y'all harboring ill will towards each other and not putting the kid first, then of course you're gonna have problems. But once you put the kid first, then it can work out perfectly. And we co-parented, we co-parenting went well and until my baby moms passed in 2008, and then I took my son full time, and my son, he had two moms. I mean, and he basically knew my wife. My wife was there seeing him. When he was like about 7, 8 hours after he was born. So she's always been in his life. She loves him to death, and I appreciate her for staying. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to share this to the world to see put in perspective. Like the girl Raven just said, she's like, "Lucky this TV show is fictional." I was like, "No, this art imitates life, and life imitates art." You know what I'm saying? I mean, this happens. Stuff like this happens every single day. So that's just my take.
Wow. Wow. So that folks, this is what sets me apart from other content creators. I bring y'all people that can relate to these things. Like, this is a fun conversation. But as I said, this shit happens like every day. Now, we just heard Sheldon's story. It is almost identical to what Lawrence is going through. Now, ladies, Miss China, Miss Margaret, how do you feel about that? And ladies in the chat, y'all can type your feelings as well. Raven says that's maturity. Absolutely. Because if the roles were reversed, and if a woman had done this to me, I consider myself a mature person, I don't know if I could do it. No, we got you, Raven. No, Raven, we got you. You good, sweetie. I feel you. But ladies, China, and then Margaret, how do y'all feel about this? Do you think this is something you could do? Could you work it out with like a baby mom or something?
Woo, first of all, that was something. I'm a little emotional just because I'm so sorry about your baby mom. I know, I guess it's been some time now, but whew, that's tough there. But anyway, I think with how they approached it is very important. And if I were to be in this situation, if the woman had a like mind like that, like, hey, we both on board with, having this kid in this world. I just want this to be about the child. Then what would be the problem? You know what I mean? If you're gonna get involved and, he's spending time with me as his woman too much and you want to keep the baby away from him, we're not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? That's messy. It's stressful on him, me, the child. You know what I mean? I wouldn't come into a situation like that. So it just depends. And, you just gotta use your discernment and see what it's gonna be like.
Margaret, go ahead. What do you think?
Um,
What do you
yeah, I actually agree with China. I definitely believe that if you have all mature parties, which is seems to be rare in those situations, but it happens. If everybody's mature and then the communication is open, I mean, I don't see where there would be any problem. Nobody really wants that for that ideal situation, but I mean, if you want to be with who you want to be with, and it comes with that baggage, you got to find a way to work it out. Open your mouth, say what's up, and make sure that you're dealing with some grown people that act grown, not just say they're grown.
Can I
Absolutely,
can
absolutely.
I try something right quick? Because
Yep,
somebody
go
said
ahead.
something that was interesting. I think it was Raven who said it. She said, "I wonder is wait, what did she say?" She was like, "What if the roles were reversed? What if your wife got pregnant and you
Yeah,
came in?"
that was Terica.
Oh, no, Tarek, I'm sorry. Um, if my wife was pregnant, and if she was while she was pregnant, if she was pregnant. Like it's different, kind of, because if she was pregnant and I walked in and saw it, I'd be like, "Nah, I can't do that." But if she had the baby before, and then it's like it depends on what time she had the baby. I was like, you know what, I mean, if I'm feeling her and she like being my moral support and she like empowering me and breathing life into me, then yeah, I would give her a shot. You know what I'm
So
saying? But if she was like 6 months pregnant and we met up, I'd be like, because it's like you just you baking a baby in the oven. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, but if it was like 6 and 8, 9 months later, and we was vibing and we was really feeling each other, I'm like, you know what? I give it a shot. I'll get clowned, but I don't care because I love this woman. But you know what I'm saying? But then her peoples was like, "What are you doing? This nigga got a baby on the way." You know. But Hey man, it is what it is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people is like, "Oh man, I'll never." My mother-in-law, who I love to death, she always say, people always say what they never doing. You don't know what you about to do until you in that situation.
Yes, yes,
That's true.
amen.
That's true. Now, me being the asshole that I am, my answer is hell
We knew
no,
that.
I'm not gonna do that.
We knew that.
Yeah, y'all knew that. Kick rocks, goddammit. Shit. I mean, a strong sim spirit would have to come over me in order for me to do that. That spirit have
Very
to slay me
strong.
in the damn blow. Be like, nigga, stay with her. I'd be like, no. Holy shit. Listen, this has been great. We've been going on almost an hour and a half, chopping up game. I know folks got to go to work in the morning. I got some tricking to do in the morning. It's my birthday tomorrow. So
Happy birthday.
I appreciate it, man. I'm getting old. It's my Jesus year this year.
Gemini.
Gemini, baby, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Team Gemini in the building.
Hey,
So me and my twin are going to do some tricking in the morning, and I got my gaming chair came today. So I will probably spend my time day trading, buying OnlyFans accounts, and putting my
Wow.
gaming chair together. Yes, Margaret, I'll be on OnlyFans tricking off. You know what I'm saying?
Are
Do
you?
better. All of this free
No.
pornography.
It ain't the same.
All
Like
this
it's
free
some people,
pornography.
it's certain people I want to see nude. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of seeing Cherokee ass. I need something different, a different
Go to
experience.
amateur. Amateur.
I could do amateur porn, huh? Yes.
Yes, and it's free.
And it's free. That's right. Look at them. Margaret trying to save me some
You
money.
you didn't
You
go
could be
on.
tricking on some other things, not that.
Gabe, you didn't go on Chris's page when they linked the whole link to all of Onmo.
Dude, I died when I saw that, man. I saw that shit. I was like, boy, I did a show on that actually on OnlyFans. When I don't really trick off on OnlyFans. Happy birthday, Raven. Team Gemini in the building. Let's go. But I actually did a show on that. And when Frank, and Tony Maceo, we talked about it. And I said that they're gonna find a way to leak that. And I also said that OnlyFans was gonna find a way to get those people off the platform. And I think like the next week they were already deleting accounts. So they call me Gabe Stradamus for a reason. Yeah, that Sim Spirit would have to slay me in order for me to do something like that. But
No,
anyway,
OnlyFans linked that. OnlyFans linked it. They linked it themselves.
yeah, I think so too. It's a dirty game out here when you hoeing. And listen, when you got your hoe boots on, listen. Let me say this, and we're gonna go because I know everybody got to go home. When you want to be out here and you want to be a hoe, the game is not fair. I talk about the game a lot because I actually know real pimps. Margaret, we live in Memphis. China, you've lived in Memphis. Pimps running all down through Orange Mound. So
Shoot, my uncle a pimp.
Right, real dead ass. I have a cousin who was real heavy in the strip club game back in the day when the clubs were real big here. So I know a little bit about the game. And if you're gonna get out here and hoe, you got to be a smart hoe. And hoeing does not have a retirement plan. You got chicks out here that are 40 and 50 years old with an OnlyFans account when you should have been out of the game at 28. So if you go hoe, listen, I'm not here to hoe shame. I don't. That's one thing I tell cats. I'm not here to hoe shame. If you want to be a hoe and you want to put that, that pussy online and twerk that ass, do you. I'm not going to shame you. Just know there are certain rules to the game you have to abide by. That's it. That's all I'm saying. But in any regard, I'm going to give everybody a chance to give some last words. Tell us what you think will happen in season 5. All that fun stuff. You can give everybody your social media account so they can follow you. And we'll get out of here because I know folks got to go to work in the morning and everything. So we'll start with China. We'll start with Margaret. And then we will end with my brother Sheldon.
Man, the possibilities are endless, honestly. I agree with Margaret. They definitely gonna hop on Twitter and see what everybody was saying. And who knows, we might get some Kelly, we might get some more Tiffany, you know what I mean? Definitely want to see not Chad. What's his other light skinned friend? Or is it Chad?
Um,
Which one? It's
Pat,
Derek Pacific, baby mom.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The other
Yeah.
guy, I think that's Chad. And Derek, yeah, Derek is Tiffany's husband, and then Chad is his friend. I'm very curious to see what he gonna say
mhm.
because he always got some smart shit to say. Like I really love his character. I would like to see more of them. Let me see, Issa, Molly. I don't know. I think the trauma bonding, like Margaret said, they definitely gonna just be like, all right, yeah, girl, we need each other. And once they, switch their dynamic again, they're gonna clash. And that's it. That's really all I'm looking forward to. Honestly, I hope Issa don't get back with Lawrence. Like she needs to let that go. As much as I'm looking forward to seeing it, if it happened, either way, I'm indifferent. But I don't want her to. She needs to see what Daniel and Nathan and TSA Bay talking about. Like they don't have any children. They got stuff going on for themselves, just like Lawrence. So keep it moving. And that's it for me. Thank y'all for tuning in, listening to my crazy thoughts. If y'all want to see more of my work, or if you just want to follow and see what's going on in my life, you can follow me on Instagram at Don't Copy Cat. That's Don't Copy underscore cat. And my business page is at Her Mood, her underscore mood.
In China, just got engaged.
Yes, I did. Oh
Congratulations.
Clap it up, God damn it!
Congratulations.
Black
yes,
love in
I
this
did. Yes,
bitch.
very, very excited. Thank you.
Congratulations on that,
Yeah,
y'all. Listen, if
congratulations.
listen, as much shit as I talk, okay, I do support black love. And China, let me tell you something. You look happy as hell in them pictures. I was like, look at
I
that ass, boy,
am. I am.
smiling.
Yes,
Boy,
man.
you eating good, getting some good
I
love
know.
on. You got a nice ring on. I
Yeah,
said, God
it's a glow up for sure. You know everything I've been through this past year, so I'm
damn.
just
Hey,
ready to enjoy all my blessings. I am showered. Okay.
true manifestation. You didn't have to plagiarize to talk about it.
Okay, you know what? Y'all stay tuned for that because I'm very thinking about writing a book. Like when I tell y'all I have manifested some shit, baby. Look, stay tuned on that.
Facts, facts, facts. All right, Miss Margaret, I gotta have you back on my show again, man. You had me rolling, but I
Oh
already
my
knew what to
god.
expect because
Well,
you just have a
this
strong
was light
personality.
work though.
Oh, I know, I
This was
know.
like I kept it cute. Didn't really use bad language. I don't think I cussed, did I?
You cuss like one or two times, which is really good because again, I've heard your podcast before. You be going
Right.
in.
So I
But
was trying to,
we can
stay
we
in my
look.
lane.
We can run it back another time here soon. I have plenty of topics to talk about. So, but
Okay.
just same thing is trying to give some thoughts, final thoughts, and then tell people where they can find you, all that fun stuff.
All right. Well, for season 5, I my expectations are unrealistic because I really want Molly to go away. It's literally no way their relationship can work unless we put her in a washing machine on permanent press, put the dryer on 2 hours, and start all over again. She's not gonna change, and she needs, for her issues, she needs intense therapy. She needs intense therapy, and trying to work through that and try to figure out how to be in a friendship or relationship. I don't think that's gonna work realistically. Um, Somebody's gonna be stupid regarding Issa and Lawrence. I believe he's gonna stay there for the baby, but like I said, controller, maybe she, have an abortion. I don't know. But if he stays, I mean, this is still going to be awkward. They're going to still try to mess around. And I just feel like they'll make the show stagnant. They need to see other people. They really do, both of them. That's not in within the same circle. Um, but yeah, that's my, oh, and yeah, I hope they dive more into the relationship with Derek and Tiffany because they were showing cracks in their relationship and they were giving us hints regarding their problems because when Derek said the baby wasn't planned, that was surprising. And when Tiffany leaked out that bit of information where Derek had moved out for whatever reason, I thought we were going to get more of their relationship issues maybe next season. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the show. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter name is, oh Lord, I changed it.
Again,
They look, they suspend my account
all the time.
and called that's SIMPLYMNICOLE, or you can follow me on Instagram at stout, it's T is in Tom, OUT underscore 87. Thank you for having me on.
Anytime, Margaret, man. It was a treat having you on. It was lit. Everybody in the chat liked you too. Uh,
Oh, thank y'all.
let's see. All right, Shelton, my fellow gamer. You know, we getting ready for that PS5. And
Mm-hmm.
all my tricking about to stop because all my money about to go. Listen, shit, I'm talking about OnlyFans account. These hoes gonna be mad at me. Like, Gabe, where your monthly dues at? It's it with Sony. God damn it, that's where it's going. So, my brother Sheldon, give us some last words. What you thought about the season and where the people can find you.
Season 4 was entertaining. I know. I like the block party. I knew someone was gonna jump off at the block party. I didn't think Molly and Issa was gonna beef out, but um, I think that in the next season, I mean, I would like Issa and Lawrence to get back together, but it's too soon for that. So basically, what I think in my mind, what I think is gonna happen, I think Issa and Nathan is gonna get together, and I think Nathan is gonna propose. Season finale, season 5. You heard it here first. But anyway, I
Wow.
think I think that's gonna happen, and I think Lawrence is gonna try his way to try to fight for Issa's love and that. Um, I think Derek and Tiffany, their relationship is done. I think they're fighting for it, but for the sake of the baby, it's not even fighting for the love. So that relationship is gonna go through even more drama. And I would like to see more backstory on Kelly. I would like to see her grow, and I would like to see how the rest of the crew reacts to her growth. That's my personal thing. And sorry, ladies, Daniel is not coming back. He's donezo. Stop wishing for that. It's over with. And then that's about it. As far as where I'm at, I'm on Twitter. Big Shell 313. You're gonna see a lot of me just talking about politics, black issues, gaming. And speaking of gaming, I just want to give out a little tidbit to the ladies. Don't be hard on the brothers. We on a PlayStation 5, and also don't shun your children. If they want to get into esports and they want to game, let them be. Don't be trying to shove a basketball or football in their hand. Shove a controller or a mouse or a keypad in their hand. Tell them if they want to game and want to game professionally, go out here and get this money. There's money out here to be made by gaming. You know what I'm saying? One of the best Fortnite players is 13 years old. He made $3 million. So, I mean, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm
Sheldon,
saying?
how old is Ninja?
Ninja is Ninja is in his early 30s.
Yeah. How much is Ninja worth?
Ninja makes at least $2.5 million every 2 months.
His total net worth, ladies and gentlemen, is $20 million. He is considered one of the best Fortnite players in the country. Ladies, I keep trying to tell y'all, a lot of y'all are going to miss out on good men because you think he's being immature playing video games. That man is worth $20 million.
Well, I have two friends that are actually in the NBA 2K league, and
Mm-hmm.
basically the league is sponsored by the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
and basically they salary they make 45 a year, and all they do is play NBA 2K.
That's it.
That's it. And then another thing is, as far as the black perspective, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these esports companies and a lot of esports companies are Caucasian based, and they really think that we can't hang with them.
They sure do. They're
And I'm
starting to
telling
learn
you
that
right
the
now,
hard way.
they learning that the hard
They're
way.
learning that
So
the
I'm
hard
just
way.
saying, a lot of them think that we're uneducated, can't play video games or whatnot, and can't go to the higher level. And right now in the fighting game community, all the top 5 players that won championships in the fighting games are black. One from Europe.
Yeah.
No, two from Europe, two from the United States, and the other one is from I forgot what country he's from. Oh, from South America. And
Yeah,
they
he's
hate it.
that's what's his name from
He's from Dominican
yeah,
Republic.
Dominican Republic. That's where he's from.
So
So
yeah, they hate it. They hate it. It's like, look, we're black excellence. We can excel. We can do anything. And I just hate when I go online. I hate when I see people saying, "Oh, you a nerd," or "You playing them video games." We just had a brother stand on stage in front of everybody, holding a check for damn near $250,000.
Yeah.
So look. If you good at hooping, you good at playing ball. That's good. If you good at playing video games, don't shun that boy. Make him get him a stream account, get him a YouTube account, make him go online and make him understand the fundamentals of making money. Monetize his YouTube page. Make it to the point where he makes a YouTube video, he gets money for making that YouTube video.
absolutely. So I'm actually gonna do a show on that because I have women inbox me about that. He got a Twitch channel. He trying to do this. I'm like, even
Encourage
if
him.
encourage him, even if he only makes, think about this. If your man works a job and he makes 50 grand a year, if he has a channel where he makes an additional $20,000 to $25,000 a year, he's in a whole new tax bracket.
Exactly.
So just is something to think about. We're gonna actually do a show on that. We ain't gonna give them all the game right now. I'm actually gonna do a show on that. But I appreciate you for coming on, Brother Shelton, China, Margaret. I appreciate it. Guys, my personal feelings, I feel like season 4 was great. I felt like it was one of the better seasons, in my opinion. Things should have been fleshed out a little better. You can tell when certain people write certain episodes because it just flows better. Kerry Washington wrote the last one, and I felt like that was one of the better episodes, and it showed. In my opinion, it just needed to be a little bit longer, but that's neither here nor there. I'm looking forward to season 5. I don't think Issa's going to stay with Lawrence. I think she's going to get out here and get her hoe on, and that is fine. Put your hoe boots on, Issa, and let your hair down. We are not here to judge you. Do your thing. And I feel like Issa and Molly will continue to have trouble in their friendship until they can stop trauma bonding. So I think we will get to see one of the other characters more because more people are asking for that. And I hope we get more than 10 episodes and maybe extended like 10 minutes or something. I don't know. But China had a good point. Most comedies are 30 minutes. So in any regard, I want to thank everybody so much for coming by and tuning in. If you are new here, welcome. I would like for you to do 2 things for me. I want you to hit the like button and I want you to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. I do things like this all the time, and I have content regarding mostly relationships, but I do cover other areas. Sunday, me and my brother Frank are going to talk about the Rolling Stone cover. I will be talking about the Rolling Stone cover. That cover pissed me off, and I have a lot to say about it. We're in the middle of a crisis, and we have folks out here trying to gender war on both sides, and it's bullshit. So I'm going to talk about that Sunday. You don't want to miss that. I'll give you a time here probably tomorrow. If you would like to donate to the channel, if you want, ladies and gentlemen, to contribute to the OnlyFans, the Ultimate Blackman Radio OnlyFans trick account, you can do so here at paypal.me/ultimateblackman, or you can make that Cash App ring at the $ Ultimate Blackman. Listen, I talk about OnlyFans accounts all the time because they're so funny, but everything that is donated to the channel goes right back into the channel, every donation. So the mic that I'm talking on, I bought with the donations. And of course, this computer that you hear in the background breathing like asthma patient was helped put together by you guys. So I thank you so much. Also, thank you everyone for subscribing to the channel. We have 1,000 subs. We are on the way. So I appreciate you guys. Yeah. The cover was repulsive. So I'm gonna go in. I'm not gonna be very nice. we're in a very critical time as Black people. The reason I focus on relationships so much is because I cannot make it without a Black woman. And Black woman, you cannot make it without a Black man. There is an obvious attack on the Black male, Black female relationship dynamic. And it is funded by white media, mainstream media, and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Dr. Anderson both talked about this at length in the early 90s. And a lot of the stuff that they talked about in the late 80s and early 90s, we are starting to see come to fruition. So I am pro-family. And if Black people want to survive, yes, we have to fight. We have to fight white supremacy, but we cannot do that unless we get along with each other platonically. I'm seeing niggas out here going upside women's heads with skateboards.
Let's talk about that right quick. Yeah, I saw that. When White showed me that. That
pissed my damn soul off. And I'm going to talk about that Sunday. You got niggas out here throwing women in trash cans, and you got little dusty niggas sitting online laughing at it. I don't find that shit funny. You have white supremacists stomping our women and children in the damn street, and you think it's funny that these niggas are out here throwing folks in trash cans. I'm going to save it for Sunday. I'm going to save it for Sunday because I'm getting pissed off already thinking about it. But yeah, Sean, go ahead.
Man, my wife showed me that. I got instantaneously mad. Like,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is. So I'm going to talk about this Sunday. I'm going to talk about protection, provision. Me and Frank are going to go in. It's going to be a good show. So be on the lookout for that. Again, panelists, thank you so much for coming by. I want to wish everyone a good night. Y'all have a great Friday. It is Freaky Friday. If you are single, use protection. But if you are married, you let that man clap your cheeks. Fellas, you let that woman give you a nice massage. And y'all have fun on Freak. It is Juneteenth tomorrow. Shout out to Juneteenth. I will definitely be celebrating. I might do a little cooking out in between my work. So definitely happy Juneteenth to everybody. And thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. I'm going to leave y'all with one of my favorite videos in the whole wide world. Until next time, ashe and be blessed.
Quarantine fucking tonight. Quarantine fucking tonight. Yeah, baby. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you, baby. Quarantine fucking tonight. Go ahead and get it, baby. You know I gotta work it with the ass and the legs and the motherfucking head. Yo, I'm making out with your pussy. I said I'm working and sucking it and fucking it and working it and popping my hand up in your motherfucking body. Then come here, baby, while I'm sucking on and making out with your whole body. I'm tweaking on your body, tweaking on your nipples, baby. Yo, it's hotter than I anticipated. It's getting better all the time now. You make me tingle, make me sweat, baby. Make me do it, make me you're the best. I'ma tell you how to
work it, baby. Harder, faster, slower, bigger, faster, slower. Now I do it wider, up or down or lower, baby. You know I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna
Quarantine fucking tonight.
Work my body with your body. When you do it, put our bodies all together. Now we're working, now we're working, now we're
Quarantine fucking tonight. Baby, oh, baby, baby. Quarantine fucking tonight.
yeah. You know we're fucking, baby. Know we get it on, get it in, get it long, get it. You know I work the body with the
Quarantine fucking tonight.
You know I work it, never stop working it. I'm gonna tickle it, work it, baby, when I'm fucking you. Oh, baby, now I'm fucking you.
You're fucking me, I like it when you're fucking me. Your body's on my body, now we're fucking each other, and now it's combination fucking.
Welcome, and this is Ultimate Black Man Radio, an all-inclusive YouTube channel dedicated to black men, black women, and black children, discussing topics ranging from relationships to finances to social issues affecting the black community. Welcome to the channel, and we hope you enjoy the content.